So whatever the coalition is all about for 2027 general election, I cannot believe that they are banking on Rauf Aregbesola to deliver Southwest for them, and banking on Peter Obi to deliver Southeast, banking on El-Rufai to deliver Northwest, banking on Atiku Abubakar to deliver Northeast, banking on Rotimi Amechi to deliver South-South, and allegedly banking on David Mark to deliver North-Central. Guys, of all these geopolitical zones that I like, the one that is actually giving me a good laugh the most is banking on Aregbesola to deliver Southwest. Banking on Aregbesola to deliver like Osun State, and not just Osun State, but Oyo State, Lagos State, Ogun State, those states. Who know him there? I will say this coalition is already dead on arrival, because a lot of these people don't even have a proper good CV. There are people who have been known to be living from one party to another in the past, and even when they were in power, serving in different offices, they were not the best of the best. Aregbesola was not and can never be said to be the best governor Osun State have ever produced. Not even after how he treated staff, paid them up salary, frustrated their life. Peter Obi, minister in charge of bad news. Atiku Abubakar did not even deliver well when he was the vice president of Nigeria. Or Boda El-Rufai that was about to run the whole affairs of Kaduna State like a family affair. Anyways, as 2027 draw, we keep on seeing a lot of drama. But you see that coalition that they are planning, the only thing it can actually hand them is to lule again. And to be sure, they will definitely lule.
Let's just pray for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because I see that this country is going nowhere. The same people ruling us from 1967 after the war, and they are still ruling us till 2025. After 54 years, Nigeria is still running a government of one people, the same people, from one person to the other, from one family member to the other. The same set of people that I have been hearing their name are still there, and you are telling that coalition to bring down Tinubu is going to work. That man is a mafia. No, you people don't know Tinubu. Tinubu is a mafia. Tinubu is a mafia. You don't know Tinubu. Where is Nwike? If Nwike is not in that party, in that ACO or ACD, if Nwike is not there, there is a problem. You people are not going to win. No. There's no possibility. Anyway, peace and love. Anyhow, you're not done. We'll stay here. We are watching you guys. Let's see how it's going to end. Peace and love.
All the numbers of governors, all the senators, all the House of Rep members that have left their respective political parties to join the APC in Nigeria, I thought that should be enough confidence for the APC to be fearless. What are they scared of? What is the failed APC and President Tinubu afraid of that they don't want to have an opposition? They use Nyesom Wike as an instrument to destroy PDP completely. Now we were having just APC. But Nigerians needed another platform to be able to sponsor a candidate to run as an opposition. They tried to register a party in the name of ADA, All Democratic Alliance. They submitted this to INEC. INEC declined to register that political party. In the name of another party, another name was submitted, which have the same acronyms as ADA also. So, okay, but I know these are all moves to stop the registration. Because many people said INEC was never going to register that party. I know that there's going to be one story or the other. Who knows who submitted that name? It could be one of them. Overnight, they'll just walk up, so they want to register a party to, oh yeah, this is the same name, and the name coincide. And INEC said no. All those are frustration tactics. Okay, I haven't done that. These same people on this coalition has gone ahead to adopt an existing party in the name of ADC. ADC, like what you can see now. That is, see, this is already an existing party, which agreement have been reached. Now, attempt to launch, to unveil this party in Abuja. APC and Tinubu has blocked all the hotels. A hotel, just look at what I'm displaying now. Say Abuja Hotel cancel booking for unveiling venue opposition. For unveiling venue, opposition politicians kicks. Let me take that again. I'm sure you can even see it yourself. He said Abuja Hotel cancel booking for unveiling venue. That's the venue to unveil. A hotel that has been booked for that event later cancel that event. Only the power above, only the power that being can do that. And there are information that all big hotels, all the big hotels in Abuja have been warned not to allow it to happen in their venue, in their facility. And I ask again, what are they scared of? I thought they are in charge. I thought they've done well, that everybody is on their side. All the governors have joined them. Everybody has joined them. Now they feel it's a one-way ticket, a one-way traffic come 2027. Why are they scared? I told somebody, I said, Tinubu have every reason to be scared of this coalition. The person said, no, Tinubu is not afraid, blah, 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 blah. See, let me tell you, if anyone knows the effect and strength of coalition better, it has to be Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The coalition that brought about APC today will happen under Jonathan. Jonathan allowed it to happen not because he could not have do this kind of things they are doing, but he allowed it to happen because he was human. Jonathan always said, the blood of my ambition is not worth the blood of every Nigerian. That is one word we all respect him for till date. Somebody told me, Jonathan is, Tinubu is not Jonathan, blah, blah, blah. The difference now is, Jonathan acted as a human. And anybody acting in this manner, trying to frustrate having an opposition, is acting like animal. So perhaps Jonathan acted like human, and those acting now are acting like animals, which is really hard and highly condemnable. This shouldn't be happening in today's world. At this time and age, people still behave like this. But in any case, I just want you all to know that no matter how the unveiling is going ahead, Nigeria already knows where they are looking up to. The coalition has come to stay, and come 2027, APC must go. Yes, now, when the coalition finally sit now, in together with the coalitions and Nigerians, we will now focus on INEC reform. See, even if INEC refuse to do any other thing, a compulsory transmission of election result right from the polling unit, it must be, it's a must. Because I agree totally with the words of Dele Farotimi. Is there any coalition, no matter the capacity or whatever name is being formed, will be an effort in futility under this current electoral system? So we all know that. So after the coalition, we now know where we're going to throw our support and weight behind. Then we turn over to INEC, reform INEC. I mean the INEC, the National Assembly, reform INEC, make transparent transmission of result compulsory. We will achieve this. This gentleman in the person of Peter, aka Peter for Nigeria, Randy Peters, has done well, been doing well. It's time to give him the full support to see that INEC reform, making transmission of result compulsory, come to pass. Nigerians need a breath of fresh air. Enough of this nonsense from APC. Nigeria cannot take this rubbish beyond 2027. And on the part of the APC, if you guys felt you've done well, then relax now. Relax. Is this a tactic? No, now you cannot be failing and still tell the people not to seek alternative. It will not work. Come 2027, Nigeria will vote out APC. It does not matter. Even if they have a neck on their side. If they have a neck on their side, in worst case scenario, we will apply this. You saw what I'm displaying now. Rig, apply. If you rig, you quench. So see, it's going to be anyhow they want it. It's that simple. We cannot continue in this beyond 2027. That is for those that will be survivors. Do you know how many have gone down since 2023 that Tinubu brought this disaster upon Nigerians? Many have gone down. Many will still go down before 2027. So for those that will survive, 2027 will be a make or mar for Nigeria.
So APC have started campaigning for 2027 election with plantain chips. They are campaigning for 2027 election in 2025 with plantain chips. This is door-to-door campaign. Plantain chips. Hey! Is this what they have reduced us to? Like APC, Tinubu administration. Is this what you have reduced Nigerians into? Like, is this what you have reduced us to? Plantain chips. Like, we can be literally bought with plantain chips. You people weaponize poverty, hoping that this is enough for our conscience, for our future to be bought plantain chips. This APC, I think they are still daydreaming. They don't know what is coming for them. Anyway, watch this video.
My contract they give me, I'm not campaigning for anybody. So na contract, na my money they go pay me. Imagine they don't begin the campaign for 2027. The money I didn't interested in.
My brother, do your business and collect your money. Nobody is fighting you for doing your business. Thank God we have already made it, clear that we are not campaigning for anybody. That means we are not in support of this administration. Cash out, do your business. Now, let's just talk. Nigerians, are you ready? In fact, these people have started campaigning in 2025. Election in 2027, they have started campaigning in 2025. And their 2 years has been miserable. Their 2 years in the office has been miserable for Nigerians. The inflation, the hunger, the poverty rates, the debt rates. What good can we even say that this administration has done to Nigeria? Like, what good have they done that they have the audacity to campaign in 2025 or 2027?
If you are talking about small margin, then talk about the big margin that will be achieved by the movement of people from Akwa Ibom, by people from Delta, even Sokoto here, even Kebbi, Alero, Abdullahi, and a host of them that have moved into APC. So we are not losing any sleep by this margin, and we are not scared by the small margin that happened in 2023. A lot of things have happened that will make us, I can assure you, that in 2027, the difference.
What I'm hoping to get is to get the leadership for Nigeria that will solve all our problems. Solve the problems of insecurity, be it anybody, I don't have to call names. I'm ready to support.
Right.
I'm ready to kill my ambition at any time. My ambition is Nigeria to be good.
But if the
and I can go back to the classroom.
Right.
If Buhari had provided good governance since then, I would never have bothered myself. If there are signs that Tinubu will ever practice what is good governance, well, but there is no way. The political capital I'm looking for is good governance to emerge.
Right.
Peace, prosperity, and security for Nigeria. If that is done, life is easier where I am in the classroom.
But obviously there's a route to
yes,
get into
there is
that.
a route to get in it,
Right.
and that route is terrible. That route is not good. That route cleans out any morality in most people that are not strong enough to protect themselves in it. You come out, go through terrible party process, terrible primaries, horrendously expensive general elections, okay? At the end of it all, instead of you being able to transform the system has transformed you. Don't say that I'm attacking one individual, please. What happened to Buhari? That they became so corrupt? It's because they allowed the political system to consume them. And then they became the typical corrupt leaders. Insecurity was promoted, profligacy, complacency in everything that you know. And again, what we're suffering today in Nigeria is you have the practitioners of insecurity, and then those are out there in the underworld. Then you have the actual, real terrorists and bandits out speaking in public. Whoever comes out to say after the Benue killings that this government has fought insecurity is a terrorist.
Right.
Whoever is saying that the government has fought insecurity in the Northwest is a bandit. While those who are actually doing the banditry are only bandit practitioners. Those who are killing out there are terror practitioners. How can you kill 200 people and no one has been arrested?
Well, they said they've arrested some people.
Before that, how many people were killed?
Okay, it's obvious that Nigeria's political landscape is shifting and the ruling APC is feeling the tremors. The recent formation of a strategic coalition led by the ADC has caught the attention of political observers and apparently the APC itself. Unlike previous alliances that fizzle out, this ADC coalition is rallying disillusioned youth movements, civic groups, technocrats, and even former APC members under a united front. What's their goal? According to them, Their goal is to change the old guard and reset the political narrative ahead of the 2027 elections with a strong grassroots strategy, digital mobilization, and clear policy proposals. The ADC bloc is emerging not just as opposition but as a real threat to the status quo. What makes this coalition different is its growing credibility and nationwide appeal. The ADC isn't just opposing for opposition's sake. It's building a movement focused on youth empowerment, economic reform, and security restructuring, issues that resonate deeply with millions of frustrated Nigerians. The fact that some APC defectors are helping drive the ADC coalition only adds to the ruling party's anxiety. Sources within the APC reveal a sudden uptick in internal meetings and counter strategies aimed at controlling the narrative, regaining public trust, and re-engaging grassroots supporters. Clearly, they are no longer dismissing ADC as just another French party. While the road ahead remains tough for ADC, especially with funding, unity, and national recognition still evolving, the fear within APC suggests they know what's coming. This is not just a political reverie. It's a generational showdown. If the ADC coalition stays focused, disciplined, and connected to the people, it could become the most powerful third force Nigeria has seen since 2015. Whether this movement translates to real electoral success or not, one thing is certain: the APC is watching closely, and for the first time in years, they are nervous. Let's listen to what other people have to say about this. But before then, please kindly like, share, and subscribe.
Is your party not scared of the coalition?
No, we are not scared.
You have lost El-Rufai. You lost Rotimi Amechi. Atiku Abubakar is up against you. Peter Obi seems to, if he agrees to Atiku teams up, you know what it means if Peter Obi and Atiku team up? He's going to drown you figure-wise.
Okay.
That's the mathematics of the politics.
Okay, so let's not get into that, right? I completely disagree with your analogy. I'm one of the people, and you know this about me. I'm not a person who dismisses opposition easily. I don't, right? And I'm not arrogant, and I'm not foolishly arrogant to say that, oh, nobody matters, we are in government. We took someone out when he was in government, right, in 2015. So I know that the possibility of defeating an incumbent is clear and present in Nigeria. And I think that's the maturity of our democracy. That's what we wanted to see. But we are not scared of any opposition as we speak. Do we have work to do? Yes, absolutely. Do we need to convince a lot of Nigerians out there that our policy prescriptions that have been rolled out by this administration, some are short-term, some are medium-term, some are long-term, it will take some time. When you are trying to pull the country out of the precipice of disaster, you need to be able to take tough decisions, and these tough decisions will reflect in the bottom line of people? Yes. Is it easy for people to understand that? Not necessarily true. They may not easily understand it. Those are issues that we have to deal with. These are issues of governance. And that is what I want us as a party, rank and file, the leadership, the Century and the Sentinel, everyone should focus on, because we have a mandate and we still have 2 years on this mandate of ours to run. We should focus on it and drill down on it. The best way to get the next job is to do the current job very well. If the president is doing his job, we need to be able to go to town and say, this is what the president is doing. Where we need to speak to people, and tell them that this is going to take a bit of a while, then we need to do that. At the Democracy Day lecture, I spoke and I told the audience there, and the vice president was seated there, and I'm sure the president watched it maybe. And I said, look, the people who are the custodians of the people's mandate is the president and the vice president. They are the ones that need to go out and to be able to speak to people more than anybody else. If the president speaks, he's more believable, he's more credible because he's the president, much more than any surrogate we're going to get anywhere that will speak on our behalf. So he needs to go out and see the people. He needs to visit states. I'm glad I heard he was going to Kaduna. Now he has moved it to Benue. Very good, because of what is happening in Benue. So that he needs to move around, and the vice president needs to move around to states and talk to people. So for every issue, they need to be able to communicate, hold town hall meetings, meet with stakeholders in the state or whatever, visit obas, emirs, imams, pastors, whatever. You need to continue talking to people. Just like we ran for a campaign when we wanted them to elect us, we need to be able to go around town and explain to them some of our policies because it affects their bottom line.
You don't think that Nigerians will stone your leaders if they go to town?
No. I think Nigerians would give us the benefit of the doubt and listen to us.
If Atiku is not careful, El-Rufai will emerge as a political godfather for the North in 2027. Because he's not going to talk for himself, but he will galvanize that support to make sure that, he gets his pound of flesh from this government.
So is it true that there is a storm brewing? There is a coming together of some heavyweight politicians trying to form an alliance and form a very strong opposition?
There are different concentrics of mobilization against this government. The poor people themselves are one, mobilizing. The youth who are now thinking of, generational shift, not even geopolitical shift, power shift. They are also mobilizing. The politicians who, with their own interests, they are not even different. Most of Nigerian political elites are not different from these people. Because if you see what happened during Konkoso's daughter's wedding in Kano, you will know that they are deceiving people. Because all of them congregated there. There was nothing like Christian Muslim. Even there were Islamic clerics dining and wining together. That's the political elite. So they are now trying to come up with something again, like what happened in 2015, to now eliminate this government, and we may even run the risks. So I am of the candid opinion that the young people in this country should learn from what has happened in Senegal, what has happened in Ghana, and other countries, and let them talk to themselves.
Do you think Tinubu might be in trouble politically in 2027?
He's already in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, Tinubu is already in trouble.
How do you mean?
Tinubu's trouble is on now because if you conduct a political survey genuinely, you will discover that Tinubu's rating will be embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, we have the Atiku group that consists of Atiku Abubakar, Aminu Tambuwal, Rauf Aregbesola, from that angle. Then we have the Obi, group. Then we have the Amechi group, and we also have the Nasir El-Rufai, group. Now, these people, these political bigwigs, they are not coming with their political parties. They don't have the control over the political party they are coming from to collapse the structure of those political parties to form this new coalition, this AD. What I mean is this. Atiku Abubakar is a bigwig, in PDP. But he's not the only one there. He's not the only bigwig or, that they are on the same level. There is a wiki in PDP. That is a fish bone in Atiku's neck. There are other, big players, Sheyi Makinde and the rest in PDP. Then, and again, those players in PDP would not, collapse their structure right now to form a coalition or a merger with other parties. Wike would not. Other bigwigs there would not. So, Atiku Abubakar is moving. If the coalition works, it's working, if they are going, he will be moving with only his supporters, people who follow him. Then, if we look at Aminu Tambuwal, the same thing, where he's coming from. He can't collapse any party. If we look at Rauf Aregbesola, he fell out with the big man in APC. He's no more in the good books of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That was why he left, and he's testing the political waters. Now, Rauf Aregbesola only has his followers, his structure, his followers. He does not have a political party to collapse. Then, if we look at Amechi too, coming from APC, he does not have a political party to collapse, just his followers. If we look at Nasir El-Rufai, coming from APC, he does not have a political party to collapse. So these people are only coming with their followers, and maybe some other political parties might come and the other small political parties. But these big ones, they don't have that kind of control over where they are coming from to collapse the whole or entire political party to fall into this, big pot of soup that they are cooking to bring out something. we all know how Peter Obi, how he went through LP, that's Labour Party. He just joined Labour Party to contest, and although he gained traction and all that, but he's not he does not have total control of LP that he would say LP should collapse. There, even the internal problems there and all that, he does not have it to say the whole of LP. He will just carry, his obedience there, So now, and we have also seen in recent times how other political parties, big wigs, how they're all also bringing their supporters, their structure to join APC. A lot of them, we've seen that over the couple of months. So if ADC, the coalition, the opposition coalition, does not play their cards right, in trying to collapse big or mega political parties into this pot of soup that they are cooking, if they are just bringing these big wigs and their supporters, their support base, then I don't think, in my own personal opinion, I don't think they will be able to unseat the APC come 2027. Then again, there is the problem of who gets the tickets amongst the big wigs. Now, we know that Atiku, Peter Obi, and Amechi, they are eyeing, the presidential tickets. Now, the game of ego will set in. Atiku Abubakar is an old-timer, a former vice president, and he has been chasing to become the president of Nigeria for a very long time. Peter Obi has the following, the backing of the obedience. And the way I see it, Peter Obi is even kind of like scared of the obedience, that if he compromises, he feels if he compromises, he would lose that obedient support. So Peter Obi also would not want to compromise and give the platform to Atiku for him to be his running mate. Then Amechi is also a big wig, a former governor, former minister, and all that. Amechi also that was what chased him out of APC, because he wanted to become president. He didn't get the ticket, some bad blood and all that. He didn't get an appointment and all that. So he left. So, and other people might also want to come up. So who would step down for the other? So this whole thing, because during the time of APC, there was a Tinubu there who was ready and willing to take the back seat, give all his support, be there financially and structure everything. He gave everything. He gave his structural support and everything, financial support and all that. But he did not fight for the ticket. He waited patiently to get there. Former President Muhammadu Buhari was supported because they knew he had that, at that time, he had that, northern support, massive northern support. Say Baba then, So he backed him, knowing or calculating that his support will later pay back in some years' time. He will get back that support. So in this coalition, this ADC coalition now, opposition coalition, is there a Tinubu in that group? Is there a Tinubu that is ready, to be patient, to support fully and wait for his own time? Between Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Amechi, and the rest, is there a Tinubu amongst them that is willing to support for now while he waits for later? Well, we'll see if that will play out. This is my take.